This video is going to show how we install the valley with our diamond steel shingles. On this I already have the starters installed, the starter strip, which you'll see in the basic video. The valley, when it comes to you, has got a center fold which should match the pitch of your roof. In this case it's a 9/12. If I put the valley in the center where it belongs, I'm going to slide it down until the side folds on each side of here are just about flush with meeting the eave starter. So I'm looking at both sides and I'm pretty good there. Now when I go to nail it on, each of these valleys, I'm just going to show you the valley, has a fold in it, an S fold. So when I put my nails on, I want to make sure my nails are behind this fold. So as long as I'm back 1.5 inches from the edge of the fold, I'm safe there. So I'm back in there, brought down to the right height, and shooting it back from the edge. And I would nail it all the way up the roof every 2 feet, 18 inches to 2 feet. Okay, I've already got some starter shingles on this roof I'm coming across. I have to lay out for my next starter shingle. It's going to be 23.5 inches from the center of my last one. I'm going to make a mark there, and that's going to be the point of my next shingle. So I roughly hold it on here. This clip is going to be in the way for the fold, so I'm going to take it off. I can knock it off again as usual. And that's where I want the top point to be. To find out exactly where I want here, I've got to get this thing down closer to it so it'll lay right. So I'm going to make a bend just roughly there and there. There, now my shingle lays down in place as it should. I'm holding it on top of everything to see where the marks are here. Now I'm going to make a mark where the fold is on my shingle, and I'm going to make another mark over about 5/8, 1/7 from that. So this is where I'm going to bend the shingle, this is where I'm going to cut it off. And the same at the bottom end, I have to find that point as well, which is a little harder to do when it's for the first one. So there's my bend mark, there's my cut mark. Now when working with valleys, we need a tool to do the bending. So this is what we call our bar folder. It's long enough to do the longest bend you would ever need to do. It's got a groove in it here that you're going to be sliding over to do the bending with. And generally you're going to use this as your straight edge in your roof, so you don't have to have another tool like a square with you. So I'm going to use it to draw my lines. And if we send out a roofing package that includes valley, then it'll also include a bar folder with it. Okay, there's my 2 marks. I'm going to make my cut. Now to be able to make a fold, I have to get my corner material out of the way. I'm making a cut here first. And then I'm coming back on an angle here to get rid of this corner piece. And I'm making a little nick in here just to make it a weak point for bending. So here I want the same way. So there's my piece ready for bending. So I'm sliding my piece of metal into the groove in the bar folder. Now, as a piece of metal bends, it takes a little material to go around the curve. So you do not want your bar folder right tight to the line. It's better to keep it back, say 1/8 of an inch from that point. Now I'm ready to bend here. There's different ways to do it. I tend to put my arm on there and I will fold around. For someone starting off, it's probably better to put it on the roof and bend it this way. So there's the piece folded. And now I'm ready to go on here. The first piece is always a little trickier because you're hooking two different folds together here. But there I am, I've got it on line at the top here, and I should be up here. So now I just have to get that clipped. Generally we'll use a flat clip here. They're fairly tight together, so I just give it a little bend in the corner there so it'll slip on. Okay, I've got my valley piece cut and folded, and then I can continue on and put a regular shingle on again. And there I'm looking again to see if this is level, lined up with the other one, which is good. The other thing to sometimes watch for is that your clip is up tight, as the clips are pressed on but able to be taken off. But sometimes if the box is dropped on a corner, the clips could be loose. So if the clips are up tight to the folds, that's good. And that's it for the valley folds.